traders? Mike from MS100. What an interesting day that we had here today. We saw Madoff get 150 and rising oil and commodity prices pull stocks higher. We had the Dow up 1% or up 90 points, the Nasdaq up 0.3% or up almost 6, and we saw the S&P almost up 1% at 8 points. Now we're going to get into some charts of the SPY. I'm going to show you what I see going on. And here we go, we're all zoomed out here on the SPY. Notice this trend line I have drawn in here in March. Smacked our head again in August '08, and we just sold right off from it. Now we tested it again a couple weeks ago, and we came up to test it again today. Now I'm going to zoom in here for you guys and show you what I see going on. So right here on the charts is this big black trend line that I just showed you that was drawn in. And look at this. Today, it actually crossed with this other trend line right here. So right there, some necktie resistance, but we didn't actually get up to test that resistance yet. We actually closed right below this 20 period moving average on my chart. Now you can actually see the possible head shoulders that it's forming, but if we do end up breaking both of these trend lines here tomorrow or the next day, we might have a significant move higher here in the markets. But if we can't get above them and we just consolidate underneath, we do have another chance of coming back and testing it right after the 4th. But we are going to have some light volume this week. Actually today, if you check out today's volume, we barely had any shares traded here. We had 168 million shares traded on the SPY, which is really light volume, and the volume is just going to get lighter this week. So if we do break through both of these trend lines this week right here, we do have a chance of coming back down the week after, just because it's really light volume. Not a lot of sellers out there in the market. Everyone's happy for the 4th, and stocks tend to drift up when the volume is lighter. So that's what I'm looking at there on the daily chart. Let me show you what's going on the 60-minute chart, as we did take a look at it last night. And here we are on the 60-minute chart here. Notice this bull flag I pointed out last night, and I said that if we do break above this bull flag and close on the 60-minute chart, we do have the potential of going to 930. Now, as I did call out, which we did close around 927 on the S&P, which I did call out today around 925. I saw the market consolidate and looking for a possible turnaround around 220 or 315, and we did get a turnaround as we started to sell here right around that 220 area in the market. We did get a pop. So that's what I was looking at for today to happen. We did move up in the markets nicely, and we did add one of our positions this week. We took a small position in the UNG, so I do want to show you that chart and why I did take it early, because I thought we had a possibility of a bounce to come tomorrow. And here we are on the UNG. I was looking at my first entry point to be 1483, but we didn't get that today. We actually gapped down on the day, and I actually did buy in the early morning, so I am down some money on this. But the reason why I did buy is because on this chart right here, we're moving down to this lower trend line again. Yet again, we're moving down to this lower trend line, and every time we seem to do that, we actually do seem to bounce right off of it. So to me, this looks like a good risk reward trade, because if we do break down this below this trend line, it's automatically going to sell for me. I got a stop loss in there at around $14. So we're going to see what's going on there, and I'm going to look for this actually to move up to around the 1525, 1550 level. So you got 30 cents down, and you got $1.30 up. That looks like pretty good risk reward to me. That's how I do pick my trades. I do like how there is a ton of volume in here, as we did see in the USO as it did bottom. Let me pull that up for you. We just had a ton of volume race into here. And looking at the contracts out in next March, last time I did look at them, they were trading around $6. So that's quite significantly higher than the 370 that we're seeing, 390 that we're seeing right now trade on the natural gas. So here we are in the USO right here. Look how much volume we had come in here down at the bottom here. Now that's one reason why I think that we do have a better chance of going higher in the UNG, because I do think that the volume is showing that there is some sign of buyers in there. So that's what I'm looking at. I'm going to have a chart of the day posted on the site later tonight. Keep you updated via Twitter. Come check us out, www.ms100.com. I'll talk to you later, traders.